Shadowrun. Are you on the bar? No. Because I bought a game hoping and praying that it'll get the advertised translation in 2 days. Well, that loads. I'm gonna turn on the ceiling fan.
Highway. There's also a recently released Toho game that you can get.
Yeah, it's the one we're talking about. That's not translated yet, but it's gonna get one in like the.
No.
Oh, really?
No, it's called Kaido's Expanding Class. It's a game where you learn. It's about education. It's a word game.
Oh, I saw that. I was tempted to ask about that. I was like, nah, I don't need a fucking spelling game.
I want to say part of a game more for Tiger, but yes.
I mean, we could probably file it under edutainment. Oh, did we cover
the game? That's like, yeah, it's cool. It's Toho. You'll like it, but obviously, it's also a game where you feel embarrassed to play it on the street.
Anything on the BBS? No, we covered that because last time we had covered the details of the mission, but they're like, "Hey, man, you can do side jobs if you want. I'm not your dad." So we did a side job that was like, what's it called? We did a side job that was, we were initially hired to rescue someone's niece from a rival company, and then we did, but then we slowly realized that that kid ain't no kid. That is a grown adult that had like, what do they call it, leonization done to her in a rapid way to where like she is aged well farther back than she intended to, but also she is hyper sick and dying on the spot and has like a month left to live at best. And everybody, these two companies were basically ravenously going after her, and she said, well, fuck that. Both of you don't see me as a person. You see me as an object. I'm just going to go die on my own. To which they're saying, well, fuck everyone here then. And then the biggest fucking fight we've ever done on the stream occurred, which wasn't too bad. It was just kind of spooky because there was 3 anti-material rifles that people were aiming at human beings, and that shit was kind of spooky. But we beat the tar out of literally every single one of those motherfuckers. And let the woman die on her own terms. Which is great, because now we have money that I have to spend on medical supplies. But I'm wondering if the crew cares at all about that. I'm guessing no new things from the crew. They're probably just going to react to the mission we just did. Hey, Duncan, what'd you think about all that nonsense? What? What? What do you mean bird crap in this ship? Oh god, yeah, what the hell's wrong with this ship? Hey, Duncan, have you noticed all the bird shit in the bolt hole? What gives? I don't know. I haven't seen any. Actually, you know, that you mentioned, I did think I might have heard a bird. Yeah, that's right. I thought maybe it was just like a rat scratching around and stuff, but it didn't really sound like one. Little fucker kept me up a couple of nights ago. Does it count as an infestation if it's only the one? If it's keeping me awake, then fuck yeah, it does. It needs to die. Alright, so what's the plan? Plan? Maybe I can lure it out somewhere? Somehow? And then we already established that it likes rappers. Good call, I'll start there. Jesus, this place. Can't wait to get the hell out of here. What did you think of that last run, Duncan? That Lily was a thunderstorm and no fucks given, wasn't she? Knew how to just get under your skin. She pissed me off, but gotta say, I respected that she had the balls to call people out on her shit. He rubs his neck while he thinks. She might have been in her 70s, but that didn't make her any wiser. Decide with the corporation after all that she's been through? Damn, what a waste. But I guess people will do anything if they're desperate. Hell, I know I have. Still, it'd be nice if someone manages to benefit from the crap that these corpos pull for once. Who knows, maybe she'll live. I honestly hope that she does. Why is it so filthy around here? It's even up here too, what the hell? I'm stepping in it! Stale metallic air fills Isabel's cabin. The round window that's usually cracked is shut tight, and it feels like the temperature of the room has raised somewhat, maybe due to the lack of ventilation. Isabel's on her knees, hunched over her cyber deck, typing vigorously. You can see sweat beading on her forehead. She looks exhausted. 4:19 a.m. 1 nanodrive. You okay there is? Isabel turns towards you. A pair of tired eyes meets your gaze. Her shoulders look stiff as though she's been hunched over for a while, and a single red cable protrudes from the dank mass of hair. She repeats herself. 1 nanodrive. She leans back and continues to clack away. 448, 1 splitter. 533, small double-ended cable bundle. Her voice suddenly turns angry as her fingers jam the keyboard. And my favorite hairband! She suddenly lurches upright and looks at you, brows furrowed, and stares in silence. I'm not sure what's going on, but maybe you should get some rest? No. No. Not until I get that damn bird. Come again? For a few weeks now, my things have been disappearing. I didn't notice at first because I thought it was just small objects, mainly food wrappers. But once my hairband went missing, I started looking around and realized that quite a few of my smaller possessions have gone. So what's this got to do with birds? Not birds, a bird. Must have followed the bolt hole here. The damn thing's been stealing from me this whole time. And last night, I saw the culprit, a damn bulbul. I thought that said Labubu for a second and I was gonna lose my fucking mind. I was jacked in the Matrix doing some routine task when something came through my window. I watched it land on the wooden floor and hop around like it was searching for something. It was the bulbul, and it was looking for me. But I was in the Matrix. My body was right here. She passed the floor near her computer. The stupid thing stared at me until I knew I wasn't awake, then rifled through my stuff and started carrying things away. It came back 4 times in 2 hours. I'm accessing my Matrix log here to confirm the times. Shit. I need that splitter too. What are you gonna do about it? I need to figure out where that thing's stashing what it's stealing. I need my things back. If anyone with any kind of technical savvy finds them before I do, I have no doubt they'll end up on the black market. Stupid bird doesn't know what's sitting on a fortune in custom parts. Alright. I gotta crack down on this combo. So if you need something from me, tell me what it is now. No, nothing. Bye. Oh god, it menaced. It menaced Gobbit too. Another day in paradise, eh, Seattle? Seriously though, we should get on that run for Chew and Lamb. The sooner we hit the police station, the sooner we can watch Crate's messy public downfall. I'm not usually one for spectator sport, but this is one I want a front row seat for. Don't worry, we'll hit it soon enough. So what's up with you? How are you doing with all of this? I don't know. About as well as could be expected, I guess. How about you? How are you dealing with it? You got it worse than any of us with the magical torture and the lockbox and all. I'll be fine. Hands on her hips, she gives you a single solemn shake of the head. Sorry, can't help it. You're a friend, so I worry. Kinda comes as part of the package. That being said, I do believe you when you said you'll be all right. I think we all will. I mean, if we can see what we saw in the walled city and come through all right, we'll do the same here, right? Of course I'm right. We're certified Yama King killing badasses. We'll be fine. I guess Gobbit doesn't care about the bird. After we kill Crate, what's next for you? Got any big plans? Not really. I'm happy where I'm at. Even Auntie Chango's got nicer since the whole walled city thing. What about you? You thinking about doing something different after this is all over? I don't know. Maybe? I haven't put a whole lot of thought into it. Yeah, well, don't think too hard. Things will get boring around here if you took off. I don't really do well with boredom. Of course, even if you were to scurry off somewhere, I'd keep tabs on you. That's what friends do. I'd prefer it if you stayed, though. You're the only person on this boat who's brave enough to eat my cooking. Yeah, Gobbet does not care about the bird, huh?
Someone who likes rats doesn't like birds. Can't believe.
Well, with all that squared away, let's get some supplies. I was gonna say let's do another mission, but like, ugh. I ate 3 level 3 medkits there. I'm fucking dying. I think I also ate both my revives. Why don't I just punch this damn vending machine? A long surgical bed illuminated in the blue extends from the kiosk. At the foot of the machine rests a bright digital interface accompanied by universal medical symbols. The video demo of the kiosk's various medical procedure stops as it senses your approach. The screen switches to its display to a generic greeting. Automated Health Services 17730S. Patient recognized as adult female troll. How may I serve you today? Medical supplies, please. Oh god, we have like no money. This sucks. I wanted to get new toys.
Only there was a way. If there was only a way for you to get new toys and more money, that the game woefully doesn't let you do.
You are so upset that we can't loot at all.
That's wasted. Look at all that stuff that's not being used. It can use for a greater purpose. Just as giving you more money.
We'll grab 2 of these, all of these, fucking hell, and maybe 2 of these just to have something. I don't need all the. Well, maybe I do need all these medkits or all these revives, but I don't need all these medkits. Holy shit. Now let's see what toys we could get. Let me talk to the quartermaster, please. Magical items. Chi casting. Oh, this is probably just the same old shit we have. Yep, same old song. Guns and grenades, please. Terrorists have planted the bomb. Oh, do you not have melee weapons? Well, I shouldn't really care, but... Interesting, they don't sell melee weapons for a chi caster. What's my current armor? Why can't I see my armor? Let's do this. Backpack. Ooh, wow, I'm only sitting on armor 6, damn. I mean, we could finally get this and actually have some fucking armor. But I don't know what's the difference between these two. Because they're all kind of just 8 armor gear. And it doesn't look like they have any unique benefits outside of looking what you want to look like. I think I'll go with this one just because I like its vibe. God, I look like an actual wizard now. This is weird. Can we see it in here is the question. Yes, we can. Yeah. I just look disheveled now. What the fuck? I look like a Guild Wars character is what I look like. The Chi armor, added armor would have been serial combat guard, but the problem is, like, they're all the same armor value and the same price with no extra benefits. So really, this is just, you know, aesthetic choice at this point. But yeah, I do get that the combat, the ceremonial armor was designed to be the monk, but they should have, you know, made it with monk benefits. Let's pay Shiwase a visit, Yomo. Well, we gotta bring the usual girls, because, like, we need a hacker, and we need Gobbet. And we'll take Ractor this time. I think Ractor would love an underground laboratory.
Look at all the things I can do on the stage underground, where nobody could see me because I'm underground. You mean a basement? Shut up!
Not underground enough!
Basement 2.
I'm surprised they don't sell melee weapons, Divine Hero. Oh, I forgot to read the intro. Fuck.
Oh, we don't sell hands. That would be weird. That's what I'm asking for.
You get a revive. You get a med kit. You get a revive. May have over-purchased, but, you know, better to be prepared than not. The submarine base smells like a hospital, antiseptic and sterile despite the presence of seawater. The sharp scent of rubbing alcohol intermingles with the metallic bite of stainless steel, dominating your sense of smell and drowning out everything else. The floor vibrates faintly under your feet, a soft electrical buzz likely emanating from electronics packed behind the facility walls. You can hear the hum all around you, like the droning sound of 1,000 tiny wings. I was expecting something a little bit more grand for an underwater super lab. You ask Yomo? He delivered. Welcome to Shiwase's foremost bioengineering labs. Great location, nah? I'll lock the doors once you leave this room to keep uninvited guests away from our sub. The bay isn't on the same level as the labs, but there should be an elevator that you could take deeper into this sea hive. Some trams too, according to the blueprints. Go on, do your job. I'll keep the sub prepped and ready for a turn. But places like this, they make me uncomfortable. Too clean. Try not to keep Yomo waiting too long. The germ warfare lab is what we need to find. Should be a pretty straight shot from here to there. Oh, and combo, places like this aren't known for the forgiving attitudes of security. The guards are probably trained to shoot on sight, so we should plan to shoot them first. Alright, let's get this underway. The DLC does not add any new melee on our wallet. Not only does it add, it doesn't let you access any. That's the one that threw me off. I was gonna see if I could buy the other fist melee weapon. Like, you're stuck in the fucking junkyard. You don't get to go back to Haoi. I like how this entire playthrough, thinking back on it, has basically been Girl Squad with the one token guy. Because we got Cassandra, the leading lady, then we always have Isabelle and Gobbet because you need a good mage and you need a decker. And then the only the one slot to fill is between Duncan, Gaichu, or Ractor, all dudes. Don't you have the Sisters? Yes, but there was like another one? Not Teen Girl Squad. I think the only teenager here is technically Gobbet? Shit, guards. Shit, guards. Look over there. There's no way we're getting past them without a fight. At least they don't seem to have seen us yet. Poor fools don't know what hit them. I'm gonna punch the shit out of this guy. Holy crap. It's a mage, which means there's a drone guy somewhere. I don't want to say their actual class because I'm so afraid I might mispronounce it. Well, hang on a second. Let's make this simple. Make this idiot proof. What do you mean I have aim accuracy 15 and it's still 90%? Well, wizard down. Let's get Raptor over here. Assume direct control. And overclock this bad boy. Go get him, champ. Or not, okay. You can sure not get him, champ. Oh my god, dude, your accuracy's garbage! I guess we'll pop on over here? Hello, how's everyone? Just finished making an Italian frittata with sausages, matzah, eggs mixed with heavy cream. Man, that sounds great. Are the drones oh, the drones are automated. There's no tech boy to figure out. Where are the scientists going? Well, the humans are out. Now let's get the drones.
Humanity is dead.
Now the main problem is, how are we gonna get this guy who's just turtling up right now? Well, at least I didn't block line of sight. Hey, guys, this is smash and grab. Get out of the way. Oh, Raptor, what are we gonna do with you? I guess take cover. Yeah, they're definitely going somewhere there. The question is where? Oh, this thing's durable. Holy shit. And the scientists have left the building. What's this computer say? This terminal has been left unlocked and is currently logged into a junior lab technician's user account. Undersea Research Laboratory Namazu, Gamma 4 Annex, Neural Engineering Studio, Mail Service Archive. Combat Persona Progress and Deep Cover Operatives. Chung, how are we coming with the next revision of the Reaper Persona Fix chips? Yamada says that the cyberware suite adjustments have been made, and I'm anxious to get them into preliminary testing before the month is out. If anything's blocking you, let me know. I'll get you what you need right away. Haven't we seen N-Guy somewhere? Or is this a different one? Everything's on schedule. We've had some of the sleep cycle subroutines out and revised them in simulation. They were adversely affecting norepinephrine production. That's what that is. And our subjects weren't generating the hostility levels that we were looking for. We should have the new chips ready by the next few days. After that, we can run a few subjects in live tests. Do you have a preferred locale in mind? I'll have to check with the transport decision, but I'm guessing the Sam Shui Po is our best bet. Any tests we conduct will get written off as the kind of random violence that is endemic among the sinless there. We don't want the authorities, or heaven forbid another megacorp, taking an interest. It's interesting that they're bringing up sinless again after we've gone through the entire game not really caring about it anymore. I have a progress update for Project Silver Dream that is already out in the field. Subjects 108, 337, 72, and 210 have all been inserted into their new lives and have been making regular check-ins via their assigned matrix drops. Details as follows. Subject 108's new identity is a motor pool mechanic with Komatsu Limited, specifically their Korean mining operation branch. 108's exposure to sensitive data is limited, but he's providing us with a great deal of insider information about Komatsu's logistics and supply chain, as well as their prospective future mining expansions. 337 is an executive assistant to a middle manager at Crashcart Medical Services. She's providing us with a wealth of recorded meeting data, and we learned about weak links in Crashcart's management chain. 72 has been hired as a software engineer by Transys Neuronet Asia. He's initiated a data siphon, albeit a slow one. Reports indicate that our deeper programming has encouraged him to earn the trust of his new coworkers before stepping up the rate of the data transfer. Lastly, 210 is working in the security division of Yakashima's Shanghai offices. As a Reaper chip recipient, we have the ability to trigger his kill protocol at any time. Let me know if and when you want to test that out. Given the nature of his job duties, it should prove to be a very effective test. So not only are they basically making chips that could make you like a sleeper agent, they could also just pop your brain. Whoa. That's pretty jacked up. They're doing some kind of chip-based mind control down here, making sleeper agents, turn people into puppets. All the more reason to get this done quickly and get the hell out of here. Combat's like, no, I don't like that. That sounds really bad there, Chief. Ocean. Fish in the floor. Fondly reminds me of, oh god, what was the deep ocean game we were playing a while back? My brain's lagging on me. Subnautica, thank you. Reminds me of that when you start making a house underwater and you can have, like, translucent floors. Well, we have goons here, so let's, we have an assassin and we have an enforcer. We also have a conjurer. Well, I know my target. Raptor would probably be better for getting the Conjurer since he could, like, walk in, get in closer with Kosche, and then start the business. Then we just get Kosche over here. And since he has a suite of long-range weapons, we could just, you know, melt face. Ooh, good hit. Oh, this will be super easy. What the fuck? I'm guessing you could have gone full stealth here if you wanted. Yeah, Kosche doesn't fuck around. It's kind of wild. Well, he's knocked out. We could just leave him to his own devices. This is gonna take 2 to do, though, so I guess I should just clean up my lunch. Fuck it. We'll kick this bitch. I don't know why I couldn't jump the fence, but here. Get kicked. Ah, well, I blocked the armor. Hey, drones. A player could have 2 drones. I don't think any of them are as good as Kosche, just because the Raptor giving +2 AP is kind of fucking nuts, honestly. Get dead, idiot. There we go. Accuracy, please. Easy peasy. You hear a telecom ringing beside the cyber tanks. Research is unlocked, ready for your perusal. We'll check that later, just because I want to see what this is. Player drones are more versatile, like packing AP grenades. Ah, that would be pretty good. The telecom blinks to life and a woman's face appears on the screen. The HUD below the image identifies her as Janet Tang. Below her name, the words Gamma-4 Pathogen Hot Lab appear in bold red print. It's difficult to make out the woman's features behind both the telecom screen and her hazmat suit, but her eyebrows are knit together in an angry line. She taps on the receiver. Hello? Can you hear me? She leans towards the screen, squinting. Much of her face is covered, but the clear complexion tells you she's probably young. Late 20s, maybe. Her mouth and jaw are hidden behind a rebreather, but you can see the frown in her voice. All this damn racket's making it hard to hear anything. I got alarms blaring from every corner of my lab. I don't know what you're doing over there, but it's impossible for us to work under these conditions. I swear if this is another impromptu drill, do you know how much progress I've made on HN 539? Do you? Almost none. I'm barely a quarter of the way into this thing. If that, and I got a deadline to meet. Everything's fine over here, Doc. Probably just another security drill. I swear, if those meatheads at Base 11 ever want this antimicrobial finish there. You're not security! Antimicrobial, huh? Think I know where I'm going next. You stay away from my lab. You have no idea what we're stored in here. If you come in here all guns blazing, you could release enough deadly pathogens to kill everyone in the lab several times over. I think she's getting suspicious. I don't know what you're doing here, but you better stay where you are. The doctor blinks as if trying to confirm whether what she's seeing and turns to look at something behind her. When she blinks back, her expression is stern. Gobbet raises one hand to her mouth and makes a crackling noise akin to radio static. Between breathes, she speaks loud and muffled words in her hand. Sorry, you can't. Must be something wrong with the connection. Can't hear ya. I'm warning you, things will get ugly fast if you try to leave the sector you're in. You see her hand tremble as she slaps the receiver. The telecom screen crackles and goes blank. Random question, but did you stream Tales of Eternia, right? Yes. No. When Gobbet realizes the transmission's over, she lowers her hand and studies the HUD. Think she bought it? Oh yeah, definitely. A remaster got raided by Peggy. Get the fuck out of here. Though it sounds like it's just a straight port, which, you know, it'd be nice to own the game again. Hopefully it'll get a physical copy. I mean, I'm not too worried about a remake, because we got one that's called Tales of Arise. Though technically not. Professionals. There was a PSP version? Whoa. Did they update the art from the old version and made them look all, like, doughy-eyed and, like, smooth form like anime back in the day? Because I remember that was a problem with a lot of games back in the day. I know Starship 2 had that issue. First forum message. Timeline on special project. How close are we on the special project, Chung? I need that subject in field testing by the end of the week. Essential's breathing down my neck, and I'm not going to let a slowdown on your end get me demoted. Only in EU. It only came out EU because it had English text voice option, so I imported it. Ah. There's only so fast I can move, and guy. Writing the persona that you specify will take a minimum of 4 days. We could do it faster if you lend us more people, but no, you want to keep this to the core team. Give me some help from the Cybernetics Firmwell team, and we should be able to move closer to your proposed timeline. Okay, Chung, you win. You can have Deng and his 2 assistants. Deng, I want you to help Chung out with whatever he needs. This is a red ball. The end of the fiscal quarter is coming up, and I will not have another bad review. Got it. We'll shift priorities immediately. Items missing from weapons locker. Okay, people, we had to change the code for the weapons locker again. Our security drone kept crashing whenever anyone input the previous code. QA has managed to track the problem down to an Easter egg that someone wrote into their object recognition code. I guess 1337 had some significance to some joker on engineering team. Oh, God. Old internet jokes. You can never escape them. Given this information, we changed the code to 4077. Hopefully this will resolve our random drone crashes. So if I put in 1337 again, will the drone still crash? Computer sits unmanned. Undersea Research Laboratory in Namazu. Archived lab emails. Deng, make sure Subject 91 gets moved to one of the hot labs. Minimum in biosafety level 4. Once we're done with him there, we'll need to move him out into a cryotank until he's back on land. Nobody opens the container unless they want to be confined to cold storage themselves. Are you sure? Spend a lot of time and money implanting experimental cyberware into those test subjects. You infect them with anything from BSL-4 and their life expectancy drops to a week or 2 tops. On that note, where's this subject going on the surface? Do we have a containment team standing by? Is security in place to prevent an accidental breach? Let me worry about that. He'll be covered if anything goes wrong. We're just conducting an unusual field test, that's all. Nothing for you to lose sleep over. Yeah, nothing to worry about there. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Man, Gobbet's kinda sassy tonight. Okay, Hung, since you're new on the project, you probably... Fuck. I know it's a real name, but Hung is such a bad thing to just put through my brain. Since you're new on the project, you probably aren't aware of the various suites we've been installing into the test subjects. Buckle in and pay attention, I'm going to give you the basic rundown. The Reaper suite and chip were designed for heavily enhanced combat modes. They've been given a variety of implanted weapons, musculoskeletal enhancements, and an assortment of bodywear packages to enhance their close combat capabilities. The Persona Fix chip keeps them docile and ensconced in whatever fantasy life we cooked up for them until we flip the switch. When that happens, all hell breaks loose. Reaper carriers were designed to work as distractions, saboteurs, etc. They're no good as assassins because the methods that we use to override the amygdala prevent them from recognizing specific targets. They can discern between friend and foe, but that's about it. They won't seek out a designated target or any given hostile. Dreamer package was designed for deep cover operatives. First, we take a test subject with a superficially similar background to our projected target identity. Then we read their memories using the assist biofeedback system and program a chip of their new life and habitats. The cyberware includes a number of neural shunts, data filters, and mnemonic locks to make certain their subconscious espionage activities aren't remembered. Ghost. Last is the Ghost package, the assassination suite. The goal with this package is simple: maximum infiltration, maximum lethality. They got vocal modulation, retinal duplication, a slew of combat skill wires, and whatever other spyware we could cram in there. They get close to their target and wait for activation. When activated, they do whatever they need to do to get within proximity, and that's when the bomb detonates. Oh, good. Shit. In my experience, things like this always go to hell. Let's hope they got a backup plan. What was the initial reason why we were coming in here? It was because the quartermaster's brother got infected with something and we're getting payback, right? Oh, there's still this thing. Live computer goes brightly. Neural engine studio, main server archives. Kendrick, I need a favor from you. I need you to get me out of the non-Reaper. Get me one of the non-Reaper subjects from Project Silver Dream. It should be someone who's good for a blue-collar job in a cafe or a restaurant or something like that. We wipe the subject's chip clean. Save for the basics. We need to build a custom identity from the ground up. Give me a day to clear the paperwork essential. Won't take more than 5 minutes to clear the persona fix for whatever slob I pull. Are you looking for any cyberware in particular? If so, that might complicate things. Most of our subjects have had pre-assigned suites installed for testing purposes. As long as the subject has relatively unobtrusive implants, it should be fine. No visible combat augmentations or obvious cyberware, nothing like that. Use your best judgment. I have to go work out a few things with Tang and pathology, so you can take your time on this. There's no rush. Good to know. I think I have one that works. 91, human male, late 20, average height. His only obvious implants are a data jack and an ordinary cyber leg. Pre-existing too, so it's not one of our upgraded models. I'll have him prepped. What the fuck is going on down here? Project Silver Dream, asset accounting and disposition. Active 41 subjects, field 29 subjects, inactive or killed 416. Acquisitions. Subjects have been acquired from across the Hong Kong Free Enterprise Zone. Primary locations are Aberdeen, Yao Yat Chun, Kwun Tong, and Kowloon. With the recent loss of the walled city, Kowloon has become a less attractive location for subject acquisition. Future possibilities include expansion to Shenzhen, Indonesia, and Shanghai. To date, approximately 71% of chosen subjects have been sinless. 23 possess a criminal sin, and 6 possess a standard sin. Given the numbers, it's unsurprising there has been no official investigation into the subject's whereabouts. However, Project Silver Dream personnel must take care to not draw attention to the project by recruiting too heavy from the same neighborhood. Anyone here know the door code for the medical closet in Delta 25? One of the handlers got his finger smashed in the door and he lost a lot of blood before the tram could get him back to Gamma 4. Speaking of which, does this seem kind of stupid to anyone else that we lock up the medical closets? What gives? Gee, let me think. There's a lot to do down here, and we got a lot of mind-altering substances in medical closets. Why do you suppose we keep them locked? While you ponder that, the code is 8236. Get what you need and fix your handler's boo-boo. But if anything goes missing, you can expect Commander Gar to come knocking. Well, that's a code for the medical closet, at least. If you could find one. Also, geez, you could just see the bodies on the wall over here. What the fuck? Hey, Tram. That looks like a totem summoning area. Row upon row of man-sized pods line the wall of this room. Each pod... Oh god, there's people there! Each pod contains a single occupant, men and women bound by restraints, all of them apparently asleep. The people in the pod seem almost peaceful in their slumber. They occasionally twitch and sway, but otherwise remain motionless. You lean into the nearest pod to get a closer look. The sleeper inside has the weathered, craggy features that you've come to associate with street-level living, but he's wearing a surprising amount of chrome for a homeless man. Ugly welts and bruises mottle his skin, and a handful of fresh wounds paint his torso. The incisions on his torso are surprisingly neat and clean. A recent surgery, perhaps? Upon closer inspection, you see a slim, braided cable that stretches from the wall to the sleeping man's data jack. The other end of the cable has been hooked to a nondescript Shiwase device that has been integrated into the pod. Glancing down at the line of pods, you can see that all the sleepers are connected to the pods in a similar fashion. Gabba's hand shoots up her mouth. She looks like she might be sick. Oh, that's disgusting. These poor people. This isn't science, it's a damn metahuman testing facility. Isabel motions towards the Shiwase device in one of the rooms. Combo, take a look at that. Each pod has one. My guess is that they're jacked into the Matrix and being forced to sleep, like a dream world that shuts down their higher brain functions. If there was some way to get them out of here. Something clanks nearby. The sound reverberates into the still air, stretching and lengthening into a persistent hum. It sounds a bit like the ambient drone of an air circulation system, but as you listen, it grows louder. It gradually dawns on you that the noise isn't coming from the walls, but the pods. Well, that's ominous. There's another loud clank, and you catch the hint of motion in the pod nearest to you. The pod's occupant, a battered troll riddled with chrome, shifts uneasy against his restraints. As you watch those restraints disconnect, the troll's eyes slide. The troll's and eyes slide open. That's weird. And his face twists into a hateful snarl. Whoa, that thing's aura. Its anger is so overwhelming I can almost taste it. But there's no mind, just emotion. Really angry emotion. A monitor near you flickers to life. A nervous-looking Dr. Tang addresses you, eyes darting frantically. I can't allow you to progress any further. Shiwase has invested millions of new yen into the research in this lab. I can't let you threaten it. If you try to get any closer, I'll have to stop you. I see what you're doing to these people, Doc. I'm gonna put a stop to all this research. Permanent-like. I can't let you do that. I really can't. She looks to the right just off screen and makes a slicing gesture with her right hand. She hisses to someone off camera. I gave you the signal. Open the pods, damn it! Wake the damn thing! The troll peers at you through red, vacant eyes. The doors of his pod slide open, and like a chain reaction, several others follow suit. There's an explosion of motion from the pods, and the subjects contained within charge you like a pack of rabid beasts. Oh god, okay. They are all adepts! Well, this is awkward. I wish I had more AoE, but what can you do? What I can do is summon a spirit. Unfortunately, you're water, so you don't have chain reaction, but You do have a couple fancy skills, like strip armor. Like blur. And we'll fucking shoot someone. Yeah, fuck it. Or just miss. God. Spirits are great for extra spells, but they are so inaccurate. Overclock the kill bot. And let's get to shooting. Well, you're unconscious, so we don't gotta worry about you. However, you are adjacent to me, so let's bop you. Put you to sleep. And let's get to work on this guy here. Alright, one down. Give me killing hands. And let's go bug fuck nuts. Or miss entirely. That was a 99% chance to hit and I missed. This fucking game, dude, I swear. Oh, that was Cass's turn, wasn't it? Melee. Turn to see Dr. Tan watching the scene from the telecom. Her face visibly pales as the final test subject falls to the floor. She splutters, barely able to form a coherent sentence. I can't... All of them? She stared bug-eyed into the camera, her pupils flame back and forth as she takes in the carnage. But they were supposed to be killing machines! Their cyberware's top of the line! You're gonna have to do better than that. All that time, all that research gone. They hardly even slowed you down. Tang stares vacantly at the screen as if still processing the situation. She looks exhausted, terrified. Her skin shines with sweat. She pulls herself back with a shake of the head, her voice weak. Look, you don't know what you're doing. How dangerous this is. You even being here is a huge breach of every lab safety protocol in the books. But you can still turn back. The death of those test subjects is definitely on you, not me. But if you do what I say, there doesn't have to be any more bloodshed. If you're using test subjects to slow us down, you are really out of options. Excellent. That means you understand your predicament. We will be in your lab shortly, Doctor. I would advise you stay out of the way. Look, you just don't get it. I work in a BSL-4 hot lab. That means I'm surrounded by aerosolized, lethal, highly infectious pathogens. Literally, anything you find here could kill you. Horribly. Hell, half the stuff in here could probably cause a global pandemic. This is more important than your damn job. Look, I don't expect you to listen to me, but I'm gonna say it last time. It would be in everyone's best interest for you to turn back, especially yours. Then give me the fucking thing I'm looking for. I do feel kind of bad for those guys, but like, unfortunately they were programmed to be killing machines and we were the target. Oh yeah, another tram. Sweet! So I wonder if this is something you could have stealthed at all or not. Door sealed tight. Laboratory Gamma 4 quarantined. Lockdown engaged. Locked. Shouldn't be a problem, though. Try the key card you picked up combo. If I remember correctly, it should have the appropriate credentials. You lift the card to the slot before you can slide it through. A figure of a frightened woman erupts from on the screen. Dr. Tang. I told you before, you can't come in here! Her breath comes in light panic gasps. She's doing her best to stay calm, but she's clearly terrified. I don't like repeating myself, so listen, please. This lab is restricted for a reason. Besides the obvious fact that it's full of deadly contagions, it also contains highly sensitive and very expensive equipment that only trained scientists can handle. You barge in here and mishandle a single vial and you'll in all likelihood infect yourself with whatever's inside. That'd be a disaster. And I mean that quite literally. Guess you better give me some incentive not to mishandle any vials, then. Are you joking, or are you just crazy? How many times do I have to tell you what'll happen if you come in here and make a mistake? Come now, Doctor. Given the remote access precautions that these labs take, I seriously doubt that exposure is a serious risk. If this is anything like the labs we had back in Russia, anything that could pose a serious threat is hidden behind rows of negative pressure safety nets, and accessible only via remote-operated Waldo frames. I'll try to keep the lab intact, but no promises. Time to break everything. Well, there she is. And we have a ley line here, which means we're going to be fighting something. Also a totem summoning thing here. Dr. Janet Tang stands firm. Given the situation, she looks remarkably well composed. She waits calmly as you approach, her shoulders rigid and arms crossed. Her two associates shuffle awkwardly behind her, hands shaking. They both look terrified. I told you not to come in. You shouldn't be in here. Listen to me, you've made a horrible mistake. One wrong move and you'll release God knows what into the room. If you work with me instead of against me, we can all leave in one piece. I understand, and we're willing to cooperate to move things along faster. We all want to get out of here alive. So, this is me cooperating. You tell me what you want, and I'll give it to you. No more arguments. Right now, I can't help but wonder why you devote your life to creating biological weapons. Actually, tell me about the super disease you're cooking up in here. It has a cure, right? You're talking about pathogen GT0009, SARS-3? Oh my god, dude. Oh, it really is a product of the era, isn't it? Yeah, tell me about it. I can't, I'm sorry, but all information on SARS-3 is classified, and for good reasons. It's one of the worst things we've ever produced in this lab. We can't let you... You're not here to take it, are you? Please tell me that's not what you're here to do. Remember what we agreed to. Help me and no one gets hurt. Don't go back on that now. She glances at her associates, both cowering behind her and shaking violently. You can hear one of them murmuring something in a language unknown to you. From the cadence of the words, it sounds like a prayer. Alright, I'll tell you everything I know. SARS-3 is a Category 4 lethal pathogen. It's 99.98% fatal, excruciatingly painful, and kills within a matter of weeks. As of right now, the only known cure is a prototype antibody treatment, and we're still working on fine-tuning it. In case you haven't been paying attention, I'm going to say this one more time. This is terrible. It is easily the cruelest, most infectious, and most lethal thing to ever come out of this lab. It cannot be allowed into the wild. I want to know about how this thing kills. The disease works by replicating the identifying features of white blood cells. It tricks the immune system into ignoring it and then self-replicates at an extraordinary rate. During the early phase, when it's colonizing, the patient doesn't experience any overt symptoms, just a mild temperature and elevated white blood cell count. Are you sure you want to go on? It's pretty gruesome. There is no no. Keep it coming. Once the virus has thoroughly colonized the host, it begins a devastating attack on the body. It rapidly infects epithelial cells, inserting its own RNA at such a tremendous rate that the cell membrane ruptures, spewing cytoplasm and virions into surrounding cells. By the time the attack is done, the damage dealt is almost immediately irreversible. So what does that got to do with messing up your lungs? The virus induces a hypersensitivity reaction in the host's lungs. Lungs filled with mucus and sputum, leading to hypoxia. Victims drown in their own fluids. We spent a long time developing SARS-3. The secret was hybridizing the standard SARS coronavirus with the third strain of Vitus 3. That's why standard treatments won't work. It's goddamn horrible. Yeah, well, don't want to be an I told you so, but it's a bioweapon. They don't have much deterrent value if they're not horrible. Anyway, there you have it. My baby. I'm not exactly proud of it. Tell me about the cure. How do we fix someone exposed? We developed a strain of monoclonal antibodies in tandem with the disease. It's not perfect, but it works. That's the only cure. I was attacked by some test subjects of yours on the way here. Care to talk to me about that? I suppose there's no withholding information from you, is that? There's no withholding information at this point, is there? Nope. You can see the doctor's cheek pulled downward as she frowns beneath the mask. She nods her head somberly. The two doctors behind her mimic their gesture. They're part of a study called Project Silver Dream. Each subject has been implanted with a prototype BTL. The goal of the project is to create a perfect switch for sleeper agents and spies, one that can remain undetected by current scanning and identification technology. As of right now, the project is still in early testing. Our subjects are more often used as test beds for new cyberware, while the Silver Dream BTL is being refined. A necessary adaptation, considering that our field experiment has only achieved partial success. Unfortunately, we haven't always been able to maintain complete control over the test subjects. The Silver Dream team is still working on that. Your run-in with test subjects wasn't an accident. I'm sure that you figured that out already. It was a hasty decision on my end. You know why I did it. They were the only thing standing between you and my lab, and I was trying to avoid a containment breach. These test subjects of yours, is there any way to disconnect them from whatever you're feeding into their heads? The program runs on delicate frameworks. Casual tinkering with the system could be dangerous, not just for our machines, but for the subjects. If you really want to disconnect the test subjects, there's a particular order that you need to do it in. First, you need to disconnect the matrix interlocks, then initiate a supervised override of the SimSense feed. Trying to do anything with the subject without observing the proper procedures would be disastrous. If I were to try it myself without help and the proper permissions, I'd probably flub it. That would in turn trigger the station's matrix defenses, which will only make for a bad situation worse. If you want to do anything with the test subjects, knock yourself out, but don't expect me to help. I know when I'm in over my head. Could any of the Silver Dream test subjects have been infected with SARS-2? No. No way. There isn't a researcher on this station who would do such a... Wait. Dr. Guy came to me a couple months ago asking for a SARS-3 sample. I didn't think it was unusual at the time. All of us in Gamma 4 need the occasional sample for studies, but... But what? As far as I know, I never received a report on that sample. It was never returned either. The way our system works, it's impossible to take or return samples without our computers logging the transaction. Which means he either still has it or he used it. Somehow. His numbers were slipping too. We were contacted by the board not long before he requested that sample, but I can't imagine he's desperate enough to use it in such a risky and uncontrolled environment, and in such valuable subjects. I have to concede it's a possibility, though. And what about this facility? Can it really keep your projects safely inside? Well, nothing's ever completely foolproof, but any project as sensitive as ours requires a lot of very careful controls and strict adherence to procedure. Shiwase is very strict about safety, for obvious reasons. Reducing the number of potential exposures is one way we've prepared for an outbreak scenario. We run on a skeleton crew, maybe 200 at most. As you can imagine, living down here for long periods can be difficult, and people rarely acclimate enough to last more than a couple months. To prevent our projects from suffering, Shiwase cycles its employees out every 14 weeks. There are no break days when working the underwater cycle, but we're greatly compensated during our off months. Still, people find a way to get bored, so we try not to keep anyone on staff that we don't need. Most of our security and menial labor is handled by drones. We still have a few flesh and blood security personnel. I think Commander Gara's been down here longer than anyone. Mostly, it's all drones for the blue collar work. This can't be why you broke into my lab. I guess I can understand how you might be curious about an underground laboratory, but I don't know all that much, really. You know, some of those test subjects looked a little pale, maybe even sick. Do you think? You can't be serious. If they were infected, then... No, you should be fine. It takes more exposure than a shared space. If you had prolonged exposure, maybe, but the risk is 1 in a million. You should be fine. Well, now what to do with your team. Wait, before you do anything else, please listen. We aren't bad people. We're scientists who are assigned to make a horrible fucking thing. That kind of thing happens to everybody. I bet it's even happened to you once or twice. Please don't hold our professionalism against us. Let us go and maybe we could do some good out there. Find a different corporation to work for and better projects to pursue. Don't kill us. Not like you, Doc. I don't kill unless I have to, and I don't make excuses. Now take your men and get out of here. Janet's head jolts up in surprise. Her associates look at each other as if expecting you to change your mind. She takes a step forward, and her voice stutters. I don't know what to say. I didn't think you'd... Thank you for sparing us. I won't forget this. Now, antidote, please? Or not. I'd like you to remind you that we have a sterilization countdown in progress. Silver Dream subjects are at our backs, and a potential disease outbreak in this facility. What's our next move? I'd like nothing more than to book it back to the sub bay, but we got a job to finish. We're in the germ lab, right? So the SARS-2 cure should be in here somewhere. The flashing lights of a nearby console catches your eye. With a static click, a handful of monitors mounted around the lab display an unfamiliar face. Attention all staff, this is Commander Gara. I've ordered a red level security lockdown due to a facility intrusion. All personnel should drop whatever they're doing and report to the safe rooms in Sector 9 immediately. The security breach has triggered an automatic sterilization sweep. In 30 minutes, a squadron of drones will deoxygenate the premises to prevent the escape of any loose pathogens. If you haven't reported to Sector 9 by that time, you're done. You will not survive the sweep. A siren blares over the intercoms as the lab monitors replace Commander Gar's hard features with a countdown timer. Matrix system wipe initiated. Sterilized system on standby. Well, I couldn't spell it out any clearer to us than that. If we stay, we die. Namazu's sector commanders will no doubt have localized overrides for the trams. We need to eliminate them to escape. Let's not die, but what about all those test subjects? They didn't choose this fate. Shiwase made that decision for them. Should we lock them up or set them free? Your call, Combo. Once the Matrix lockdown is in place, we'll lose the opportunity to do anything regarding the test subjects. Every computer down here will be encrypted to hell and back. If you want to intervene on this test subject's behalf, either to set them free or lock them away, we'll need to do it before that timer's up. And the cops are here. Okay, so that's the objective for what we want to do. I can't believe I have to give haste to, Isabel. Where's the best place to be defensive here is the question. I guess it'd probably be best here because I'm pretty sure combo can clog up the stuff here. Because we got to make a beeline for this is the issue. Thankfully, enemies don't overwatch. I wonder if we could have hacked this before going hot here, because I didn't see an opportunity to do so when we walked in. Cover for Raptor here? Probably here's best. Overclock. But where do we put the boy is the question. We have a captain, a couple drones, a conjurer, and a grenader. We should probably handle them. God, the accuracy in this fucking game is so ass sometimes.
It's much faster.
Well, I'm shooting, but like, it feels really bad when you miss an 86% chance to hit.
Well, you know how to feel better about yourself about accuracy. Time to play XCOM.
I don't know if XCOM is better or worse. The Conjurer's out, so we could probably just, like, work at him later. Or better yet, spin kick this bitch. Oh, crap. Wow, you grenaded your own people. What a dick. By what a dick, I mean, ow, me. Hopefully they're not gonna go for is. Doesn't look like they are. Oh, they got a wizard. Game? Oh, that was weird. We got some white ice. Probably only need assassin for this one. Alright, they're down. Oh, buddy. Oh, there are other ice here too. Shit. I didn't even notice them. Thankfully, their accuracy is also quite terrible. We have Charge IC and Sentry IC. Let's go over here and get this guy. Might have to think about my positioning on that hack a little bit better. Oh, they covered the big wound with a small wound. Gross. Guess that's why I bought this med kit. What are we gonna do with this situation here is the question. Yeah, we gotta get rid of this grenader. Not a fan, personally. I actually don't need Mystic Armor because I have full armor on at the moment, so I could just hit him with a roundhouse kick and see how he likes it. Not so much. But I probably should save the roundhouse kick for this pile here. Speaking of pile... Oh god, I don't know what to do with the Raptor just because there's guys right here. And I'm pretty sure if we clump up, we're gonna get grenaded. Not a whole lot of good decisions on here, honestly. What? Oh, is line of sight block on Kosche? That's what it is, isn't it? Oh, hey, he has a grenade. Interesting. Time to be a huge jerk, I guess. Oh, they have grenade... What? Oh, they do have grenade toss back. Gross. Oh, this is fucking dire. I should just assume every enemy has grenade toss back at this point if they're gonna be the supreme dickwad. Oh, they're going after Iz. Fuck. Nah, let's not use that. Let's just do a basic hack. Get over here. Then we can spike this guy. Or miss entirely. Awesome. Oh, this is kind of ass, isn't it? Hot Lab safe control. Oh, that's why this is extra secure. We have a safe here. Oh, am I gonna have enough time to do this is the question. Well, I guess we gotta speed this up. Whew. Close. It's a big hit to force it. 6469. 3962. 49631. 55519. 581467. 544265. 9891144. MW, starting with a Q. T. Second W. Man, I don't know which one it is then. Started with a Q, MWM. Is it this one? Hey! I accidentally clicked that! That was a party foul hack! This might be a clean hack if I'm able to get through there without triggering anything. Oh, this is gonna be a tricky one. Drone control system. Is this not where the thing is? One 711 7296 95161 74952 193811. Oh fuck. 259 366221. Let's just go to the next one. O caret. W second. Damn, didn't even need all that time. Accessing the master drone control node, you quickly disable the facility's drone network. The system hiccups a few times and launches a reboot process. A series of messages pop up. Apparently you just haven't deactivated one segment of the drone network. You set every drone in the facility into standby mode. You shouldn't have to deal with any drone-based opposition from here on out. But that's not what I'm looking for. Welcome to my chat room. What? Oh, damn it. I got caught. So all the drones are out. We still have to deal with this issue, actually. The issue that is probably gonna get fucking cold-cocked. Haste is still off. Can Gobbet throw a grenade in there? Not good enough. Guess I gotta run in there and deal with the issue. Oh, this is gonna fucking hurt. Quick Bop is still out, so I guess we'll go with Rend. And KO one of them. Now we'll go with an aim shot here. And miss. Good thing we didn't, like, waste our shot there. Elemental! Can't you actually hit anything? I thought I pacified you. Oh, that's bad. Is that all there is? Is that all there is here? That can't be right. It is, because we went through there, couldn't find any, only got the drones. We went there, we got that. So we're not, they didn't have the test data here. Then where were we supposed to go? In the safe, that'd be weird. That'd be weird if the ability to handle the dudes was in the safe. We can get out of here. Oh, somebody took a boatload of damage last turn. I think it was because of this guy. We'll hit this guy for 4 damage. Woohoo! Oh, the accuracy in this game, dude. Holy shit. Hopefully, you can hit a still moving target. Thankfully, you can. Line of sight blocked? How? God, are you joking? What can you do, Raptor? Can you shoot him? Nice. Don't know what we're looking for now, but we're still in combat mode. Safe, lab safe is unlocked. Seems the Matrix was the key to opening it. Rows of chilled vials set on racks in the safe's refrigerated interior. Gobbet reaches in, finds the appropriate vial, and pockets it. Oh god. Are we really gonna sell a sample of SARS on the black market?
You said you need money, right?
I don't know if I need it that bad.
Where do your morals lie at?
Well, the Lion wanted to deal with the test subjects, but I haven't been able to find a way to interface with that, and it's kind of frustrating. Override. Oh, here we go. Override the SimSense feeds. Are you sure you want to override the feeds? This may cause a rate of connectivity tissues inside the matrix. Alright. Well, we did that, so now the brainwashed people aren't brainwashed anymore. Now I can actually feel good about that. I should have recognized that the diamond there meant side quest, honestly. Though how cooked are we is the question. Because I don't know if the system shutdown is just the Matrix or everything. Well, it seems like we could just escape now that we got everything. Mission items. A sample of the genetically sequenced virus. Other corporations will likely pay a lot of new yen for this. I don't think I'm going to sell that. Because I don't know if we want to put that on the black market. Not even for 1.4K? Nah. Oh, crap. Oh, God. Rector got fucking mulched. Got Mr. Luscious. Is he a pull or is he a reward? He's a pull. Ah, dang. I hope I have some extra pulls in line. I don't know if I do or not. Let's get Gobbet out of there, because I'm about to oh god, if I use explosives, fucking Raptor might get exploded as well. Did I also kick Gobbet? Shit, I think I did. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, please just fucking die, dude. You don't even gotta be here, man. Oh god, whatever the fuck that weird green attack is, it's really mean. Alright, Coast J, clean him up. This is fucking dire, dude. Another 99% chance and missed. This is fucking crazy. I have missed so many 99% chances. It's almost astronomical.
Like astronomical.
Yeah, no kidding. Kinda don't want to roundhouse kick around my friends anymore. I actually feel really bad about having shot is.
And it's like Swiss cheese.
Perfect. Wait, what? Wow, that just reset all of my fucking buffs. Fucking hell. The system is falling apart at the seams. No computers here, so I guess we can't really do anything about the test subjects. Oh, weapons locker. Hang on a second. We got a thing for this. Weapons locker code 4077. This'll be how we make our money back. Gyrojet pistol. Is that what I think it is? The fucking prototype rocket gun that was made a while back? Where half the time the bullets wouldn't even leave the chamber and then you had a real problem? You hiss along the maglev tracks, the car's interior glowing faintly blue from distant sunlight filtering down through the seawater. In the distance lies Captain Yomo, freedom, and an escape from the laboratory. The only sounds other than the electrical humming is the occasional soft bump as the tram shift tracks. Seattle? We went right at the last fork. We're supposed to be going left. Gobbet presses her face against the window of the tram, looking out beyond the seaport. It's not unusual. Every kid who does model rocketry with the tiny solid fuel engine thinks up the gyrojet concept. Yeah, it's just funny to see it again in the cyberpunk universe. Think there's a glitch? I suspect we have been rerouted by Shiwase security forces, looking to shunt us into an ambush. There is nothing to indicate an error in the routing system. The diagnostic screen says emergency override. Well, we could probably pull the emergency stop lever. It'd be mechanical, so it'd be pretty easy to do. Then we could take the maintenance door, get the drop on them, and engage them on our own terms. Maybe we could also rewire the car, get it back on the right course? I bet we'd encounter less resistance that way, but I don't know what kind of environment we'd be fighting in. Let's have Raptor override the routing system, because it sounds like this is less of a task. With a flip of a few switches and the entry of a few override commands, Raptor ensures that the car will shift back to its original course. There we are. Simply done, my friend. Simple as the kids say. What's our HP looking like right now? Pretty dire. I don't have a medkit anymore. Gobbet Isabel has a respawning one for herself. Isabel also has a 2 for combo. And I think Raptor should have one too. What's Gobbet looking like right now? Gobbet is at 4470. Yeah, let's use that medkit. This mission feels kind of fucked. Well, it doesn't look like anyone's here, at least. As you move through the lab, monitors all around you spring to life. Commander Garma scowls at you from the flickering screen. Your little romp through Shiwase property has gone on long enough. Time's up, runner. In the distance, you can hear the thunderous clamor of jack-booted feet hammering on metal floors. Seconds later, a team of armed guards in Shiwase uniforms burst into the room, weapons at the ready. You really pissed all over this complex, runner. Made an awful mess of everything you've come across down here. That's a lot of money you cost us. But now I finally got you. No way out but through me and mine. By the time I'm done with you, you're gonna look worse than those freaks in the cryo tanks. This place deserves to burn, says the woman who rang our doorbell and murdered the greeting party. I expect you won't be crying yourself to sleep over the people you killed here, so spare me the theatrics. Now I'm gonna give you one chance to get out of this thing alive. Surrender and I promise we won't kill you. I can't say what state you'll in, but at least you won't be dead. You have any idea what your employee does to the sinless down here? I guard the place, don't I? Of course I see what we got living in the pods. I see them thrive, I see them squirm, and I don't give a damn. What they do in those labs isn't my business. All I do is handle security. This is your last chance. Throw down your weapons or we'll pry them from your dead hands. If your mouth is done flapping, I'd like to hurt you now. Well, come on then, let's see what you got. Oh, I got hands, man, and unfortunate for you, I have first turn. Fortunate for you, you're directly next to a mage, and I take those out with extreme prejudice. Game recognized game with these hands. Ooh, what do I got here? A second haste? Do tell. Hang on. Oh, this could be fucking mean if I do this right. Control mode. Raptor. Overclock. Summon. Haste the robot. I can't haste the robot. Damn it. Ah, that sucks. I guess I'll give it to Iz since he's the next closest actual combatant. My god, we have 3 hasted units and this thing could still act, huh? Well, we got a group of people clustered up here and one Isabel. Let's throw some footballs downfield. God, this is so rude. Now I want that mage Hyper Deluxe dead. Unfortunately, they have a space between them, so I don't think I could roundhouse kick them. But I sure can end their entire existence. You've had your armor stripped more, so it'd probably be safer to get you. Oh, he's fucking dead. Wow, you're a baby. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get my free action, damn it. Eh. Oh, I get real greedy with that fucking called shot. Oh god, he has the anti-material rifle. And you have a lot of armor. Okay.
This is the anti-light rifle.
It really is. God, this grenade launcher is so fucking nice, dude. AoE armor stripping, hell yeah. It's fucking dope. And now my desire to kill is ravenous. Get him. Boy, howdy, do I feel good about that. Whoo, buddy. And we are out of here. Hello, this is Dr. Tang. Thank you again for letting me leave the lab. Unfortunately, we have a problem. I don't like the sound of that. Look, here's the deal. I don't know how many test subjects were infected with SARS, and it's possible that some subjects you encountered were carriers. Excuse me, what? This isn't my fault, I swear. Dr. Guy never told me he had been testing the disease on the test subjects. It was all done behind my back. If they were in fact infected, well, that would be bad. It would mean that when I released them from their cells, SARS would have begun to circulate throughout the facility. You could have been infected, and I can't risk letting that disease get loose again. Anyone leaving this facility needs to be treated with the antibodies you're carrying, no exceptions. Long story short, I need as much of that cure as you can give me. Whatever you don't need for your client and yourself, you gotta leave it for me. Must have more antibodies stashed away somewhere. You took everything we had on hand. A single rack of vials consulted several months' worth of antibody production. If anyone down here is infected, there's no way I could produce a sufficient quantity of antibodies in the time to halt the spread of the disease. People will start dying before I'm halfway done. Hell, it takes longer than we got to set up the growth medium, let alone produce the antibodies. Look, I'll give you everything I have in the bank if you leave me all the vials you don't need. Obviously, you could keep doses for yourself and your client. Hell, keep them for anyone else that you might be worried about too. There's enough to go around. All I ask you to do is that you leave whatever you don't need where you're standing. Do that and I'll transfer you the new yen from my account. I may be willing to help you, but only if you help me first. Show me how to use the antidote and I'll consider leaving what's left for you. Alright, pay close attention. The doctor describes in detail how to administer the antidote without tainting the solution. You promptly dose yourself according to your instructions. Now that you've been treated, will you leave the remaining antidotes in the sub-bay? Please, do this for me. You know that I run a Shiwase lab. I got money. Give me the vials that you don't need and you'll be a very rich woman. Wow, you could be such a dick. I mean, I don't see any need to keep the other ones. Like, help me out here, chat. I don't see what the dilemma is here. This feels like a reasonable thing of I only need enough antibodies for my own client and myself. And I have dosed myself so I'm safe from SARS-3. And I'm going to have the one for my client. I guess the question I'm asking is, what is the dilemma of why would I want more than the vials that I need? Because, like, this feels like a weird thing of, oh, number go up bank account. I mean, I'm aware, but that's kind of the thing. It feels too obvious a situation of, it feels too straight a transaction, you know? I feel like a, B is you don't trust her, C is fuck you. I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't trust her after the fact. I let her live and she didn't, like, you know, try to kill me after the fact. It feels too straightforward, and these other two options just feel like being a dick for dick's sake. She could have lied to you on how to dose yourself. The problem is that she has been very straightforward. Yeah, like, it really feels like A is just the obvious answer here. Yeah, fine. You got yourself a deal. I'll have the new yen wired to you immediately. Thank you. I mean that. Yeah, it's an isolated lab, so there's no risk of it leaking. We have our client's dosage. We have our dosages. We have the rest of the stuff. I don't know why we would want the rest outside to sell to other clients, but we have no other clients. It'd be too hot a commodity. Oh boy, 850 new yen. Thanks, buddy. Well, whatever. I got money. Who cares? Had enough of knocking the hornets today? My radio sounds like a whole nest of them is after you. Let's get out of here, Yomo. Yomo redlines the submarine's throttle and you rocket away from the Shiwase lab in record time. The orc remains glued to the sonar and inertial guidance arena. It's constantly scanning for pursuit. Thankfully, no one seems to be on your tail. It better not be. I killed literally every military personnel there. Soon enough, you are ascending towards the impound yard, far from the dangers of a germ warfare lab. Back in the land of dour police, a leaking boat, and an unfriendly city. Home, sweet home. The pay data is weird because it sounds like it is just the virus, you know? Like, we have a sample of the genetically engineered SARS virus. Like, I don't know if I want to sell that. You know, sell the thing that caused a huge stink back in, what, 2008? Now where do we bring the sample is the question. Hey, Combo, I got news about that friend of mine, you know? The one who's under the weather? He's been stabilized thanks to you. Looks like he's gonna pull through. Of course he is. When I make a deal, I see it through. What a coincidence. I do too. You want something from my special stock, you just say the word. I'll get you all set up. Let's see your special stock. Okay. FN57 SmartLink. Gun. It's just more guns. I mean, I get it, they're cops, but man. So we have the vaccine still is the thing. Butthole? Come on. 200 messages. Vid, I'm with you. With a flicker of static, a video feed winks on the screen. Kindly Cheng stares into the camera, clutching a cigarillo. She looks tired. Her eyes droop, and the table behind her is crowded with lipstick-smudged glasses of murky liquid. Combo, I trust that you're doing well and keeping your eyes open like I told you. She raises the cigarillo with a slow, languid motion and pulls off with a smack of her lips. For my part, I will be keeping an eye on you. A pair of eyes, actually. Never mind who I have watching you, it isn't important. Just know that a representative is there with you, watching your backs and reporting your progress. In a very real way, your dear auntie is right there with you, even as you watch this. That's all, dear. Just a quick update. For your part, the rules are the same that they were when we spoke on the comm. Stay alive and don't trust the cops. And above all, don't fuck this up. My god, these dogs. It's like they're programmed to bark when I'm there. Video feed flickers and dies. Job directory. Claim payment for retrieving the cure for Menkai's show. Glad to hear the job's done. Payment attached. Good work. Shadowrun BBS. Graffiti, stuck in a pipe, more push pins, and more police files. Has anyone noticed some really weird graffiti scrawled by the Heoi entrance of the walled city? Free enterprise is not so free when cops have rigged prosperity. Yeah, it's all over town, actually. How about this one, right on Queensway? Whom exactly does the council serve? What fate do treacherous tigers deserve? A dig at Eastern Tiger? Or the whole corrupt lot of them? I'm down with the anti-corp sentiment, but the versification could be used a little work. Lame. But it's not just about megacorps. Spotted this one by Hung Hom Ferry Pier. Bullets erupt at 3:45. Who's the SDU searching for? I know everyone who's ever picked up a can of spray paint in Hong Kong, but I don't recognize this work. I suspect we're dealing with some kind of collective movement. The taggers might not even be working together. Hey, Tagmint. Is any of the graffiti in all caps? Do you see any like little tiny footprints in the paint? For the last time, Pinky, you are not being stalked by robot ants. You wouldn't think it's so funny when they come for you. Okay. Stuck in a pipe. Please help, I'm wedged in a pipe in the Lambda power station. I was making a discreet exit via disused pipe system when my gear got hooked onto something. Now I'm trapped in this fragging pipe and my partner's not answering his PDA. I'll split the pay if you get me out of here and help me complete this job. Hey Joe, you listening? This could be the milk run that we're waiting for. Just revisiting some guy from the exit? Piece of cake considering the main job's already done. Slow down, GC. Can we hear a little bit more about your, situation, Sticky Wicket? Hey Joe, I'm relieved you saw this. Sending you the blueprints now, plus my coordinates. I'll owe you big time. Considering how much trouble you get yourself into, you tend to say that a lot. Alright. Got your files and, Are you underwater? Yeah, could be. You should probably bring scuba gear and some kind of laser cutter. Oh, no, Sticky. You do understand what happens if we cut into an underwater pipe while you're in it, right? Okay, we're not doing it Sticky's way, but we could come up with another plan, right? We're helping Sticky, yeah? Georgie, my friend, I think this is the very definition of not a milk run. Those two are the running gag of the group, the guy constantly trying to find a new hacker, right? More push pins. You guys, I got the caffeine shivers real bad, so I braved going outside. Or I shouldn't have. Do tell. Listen, I came back to this. You should consider your actions before you act. Enjoy your calf. Just as weird as the previous message you got. 575, counting the J. I think you're being missed by a haiku, Pinky. Was the Pinky joke this game or last game? Sorry, was the haiku joke this game or last game? It is this game, okay. Did Jivebot speak in haikus? You know, the poetry program that fused together with those rogue ESPs and started speaking in all caps? Weren't the pushpins themselves all caps, Pinky? Yeah, they were all caps. Rogue ESPs, you said? Are they dangerous? Before you flip out, think about it. People... Before you flip out, think about it, people. How's a virtual entity gonna write poems in meat space? And how would it aim them at Pinky? She's never hurt anyone. Well... that run I was telling you about with was in this lab, you see, and they were working on these tiny robots that could have worked together to move heavy objects. Basically robot ants. Anyways, I might have let them go, you know, on accident. So let's just get this straight. You're afraid that runaway poetry software is forcing a bunch of robot ants to leave you threatening message written in thumbtacks. Push pins, they were push pins. Police files. Dang, I'm coming through all these police file entries. A lot of boring misdemeanors, but here's the zinger. Kendall Chan, Cram Fiend. Rob Banks to feed the monkey. No convictions yet. Well, that sounds about right, except for the fact that I don't have a problem with Cram, man. I can barely remember the last time I used it. Yeah, alright, Funk, but check this out. Assassin Lee Wong gave the pigs his client list, raiding the Johnson soon. Ooh, I wouldn't like that spread all over... I wouldn't like that spread all over the Matrix about me, true or not. XC Craig Julie. I think Yankee Noodle jacked out post haste. You don't think... Someone's in deep shit too, going to the dogs. Post the sample you recovered for auction. No. I was hoping it would say something about, like, the sample records, but no. That is, put a virus on auction. I need to talk to a man about an autoclave. Well, at least the bird situation's handled, it looks like. It is a sample. SARS-3 disease sample. A sample of the genetically engineered SARS-3 virus. Like, it is the virus. Why the fuck did I take it with me? Duncan looks up from his seat in the floor locker and meets your gaze. A strange expression on his face. He looks uneasy and eager. Alright, Cass. It's time. Nothing enough to do now but get justice for Carter. Suits me fine. We've been dragging our feet on this too much already. I'm ready if you are. I've been ready for a long time. You say the word and I jump armed and fully loaded. Did you do something to your room? It feels different. No? No, what are you talking about? I'm not sure, it just got really cold in here, though. I don't feel anything. What's wrong with you? I don't want to freak you out, but I think we're in trouble. You can see Duncan's irritation growing, the muscle in his neck tense up. What the hell are you aren't you telling me, Cass? Spit it out! It's just that this feels a lot like a haunted space. He leans away from you and groans. Are you shitting me? Haunted by a ghost? As in not the kind Gobbet summons, but an actual dead person? What, with rattling chains and a white sheet over their head? Look, Cass, the sixth world is a strange place, but I'm not an idiot, and I'm not about to fall into this half-ass prank of yours. I'm done. Get out. Wait, I just heard a voice. A child's voice. It's probably some kid playing outside. The sound drifted through the window. You done? That's impossible. You don't have windows. He stops himself and turns to examine the walls. No windows. You watch him run his tongue nervously across his bottom teeth. This is bullshit. There's no such thing as, it's the ghost! Duncan reels backwards, almost tripping over the dilapidated floorboards and slams into the wall with a thud. His expression changes from horror to an embarrassed fury that you haven't seen since you were kids. Motherfucker, get out! Leave now. All you can hear behind you is the heavy panting of Duncan as he watches you walk away. Bitch! What a stupid moment. Wait. The vending machine. Well, I guess that's it, huh? I mean, done everything else for the people around here had us. The Icon Tower run, the gig in the lab. Nothing else left to do to hit the station. We haven't exactly been dragging our feet. The jobs we've done have needed doing. Oh, I know, I didn't mean to imply that this gig's weren't important. It's just that Nightjar's already waited so long for justice, you know? And now we can finally get it for him. That's the plan. I'm gonna hold you to that. Now tell me why you're here. How are your rats doing? Madness and Folly are fine. Gave them food and a place to hide and they can adapt to pretty much anything. They're kind of inspirational in that way, you know? Give me something to look up to. You look up to your pet rats. They're positive role models, yeah? You do remember what my totem is, right? Fair enough. Consider the subject dropped. Good. I love my boys, so lay off. She strokes Folly's coat. The rodent chirps happily and immediately sinks her teeth into her finger. They have some behavior problems sometimes, but still... Her sentence dissolves into a series of yelps and grunts as she tries to wrestle the animal's jaws open. Want some help with that? Nope, I'll be fine. Besides, you'll hurt her. She flicks Folly on the nose with a fingernail, and the rat releases her finger. Gobbet whips her hand to her mouth and sucks on the wound. She worked on the... Ow. In the end. If that's your takeaway, who am I to argue? No one, that's who. Now kindly steer this conversation away off from my furry darlings into something else. Distract me so I don't catch Folly in her and wring her traitorous little neck. Bunch of dumbasses in this house, I swear. Isabel leans back in against the octopus. Her neck tilted back so her head could rest on a thick rope of wires and cables. Her misty white persona stares down at you from a well-mounted display. Oh god, hang on. Ooh, had a dangerous belch there. The persona's white eyes look back at you. With hands on hips, she leans forward. Can't talk. I'm busy. I'll take your word for it. If they're busy, they're busy. I guess we should get the ball rolling on this thing, huh? Though first I should probably spend this money on medical supplies. We did spend a lot more getting shot in the face. Again. Seems to be a common problem out here. We haven't used the revise, but I'll buy all your medical kits, please. And a little extra just to be sure. Alright, let's get the ball rolling on this. Take me to the tiger's den. Is Gobbet Duncan. The drunken mistake screams over the Kowloon Bay, cutting through gray weather and grayer waters. Around you, grim faces watch the skyline ahead as Yomo steers you towards Krate's headquarters, the Tiger's Den. Chu and Lamb have assured you that if everything goes to plan, the run should be relatively low risk. Ample experience tells you that plans often go astray and that low-risk Shadowrunners rarely stay that way. But you also know that the reward for this run outweighs the risk. The incriminating data from the den's evidence room should be more than enough to bury Crate, expose your client, and cement your position with Kylie Cheng forever. Yoma cuts the engine and the drunken mistake drifts towards the station's loading docks. Go time. Let's see, I have a medkit. You have a medkit. And you have a medkit. Well, you should also have a revive. And you have a res and a medkit. Right, I have karma, don't I? 11. I don't know how much more strength would help my accuracy. If only because 99% chance to hits have been missing consistently. Could get some quickness to avoid hits. Yeah, true. The wood of the dock feels comfortingly solid under your feet. Do you even have any biotech? Yeah, we got some of the stuff in, Oh god, I clicked outside the window, fuck. Oh, we don't have biotech. I guess we just... Huh. Didn't we need biotech for, some stuff? Oh. Your stomach lurches anyway. The lengthy, long, bumpy trip hidden under a tarp in Yoma's speedboat. The sound of water sloshing beneath your feet isn't helping. Remind me not to do that again. Seriously. Next time I swim if it comes to it. Wouldn't recommend that, beautiful girl. Lots of sharks out there, both normal and awakened. Nastier things, too. Any one of them would be happy to snap you up a little thing like you. Sharks, huh? Keep that in mind. I'll wait here with the boat. You come back to me when your business is done, and I'll take you home. You see her, that lady, PC Chung, is your contact. She could get you in the building. Figured as much. Be ready when we get back. We might need to leave in a hurry. Of course, Yomo knows how to play the getaway driver. He'll do his part. Go on, raid your police station. I will wait here with the drunken mistake and protect her from the advances of any swine who might try to impound her. Don't leave us waiting too long, yeah? La? Yomo is possessed by many fine qualities, but patience is not one. Don't worry, this will be a quick trip. When did Yomo become just our buddy that fucks with us? The constable beckons you forward nervously. She's doing her best to stay calm, but you can see that she's sweating. As you approach, her gaze keeps flitting back to the station door. You're here, right on time. Good. I don't think I could have waited any longer. Guess we're not too late then? You and me both. Here, take this. She reaches out into one of her voluminous pockets and fishes out an object, a slip of plastic, slick and shiny, connected to an alligator clip. The word visitor is emblazoned on the front. And this'll get me past security? It should. The integrated electronics will mark you as a friendly to the station's security system. If you tried to enter the Tiger's Den without one of those, automated signals would sound a general alarm. Every cop in the building would converge on your location. The only issue here is that these things at the front gate, and only after a thorough security check. Anyone who sees you will assume that you're supposed to be here. As long as you don't do anything to arouse suspicion, you should be fine. And this badge of yours will help us up to the second floor? Afraid not. I was able to get you the badges, but I don't work at the security desk. And that's where you need to get access to the elevator. Tell you what, though. The desk sergeant on duty, Sheng, is a friend. Tell him that you need to meet with Mia and Adam to go over some paperwork, and he'll upgrade your badge clearance rating. I've seen him do it a bunch of times. Any more advice? Not really. I think that's everything. There aren't many constables in the building, just enough to keep the place running and make sure that the interrogation subjects don't escape. Should be pretty dead in there. What about automated security? Drones or anything? No drones, you got nothing to worry about there. There are some turrets in the training room near the evidence room, but they're loaded with low velocity rounds. They're strictly non-lethal. And besides, you shouldn't need to go anywhere near those rooms anyway. On the off chance that your cover gets blown early, you might have to shoot your way to the evidence room. I don't like the thought of that, but I know what might happen. I'm going to steer clear of the situation until you and your friend clear out. If you do wind up going loud, I don't want to catch a stray bullet. I don't blame you. If I could get out of this, I probably would. Yeah, well, it's a little late now, huh? There you go, get in there, and if you caught, we never met. Don't worry, we got it covered. You better. I'm putting my ass on the line to help you here. My life is very much in your hands. Chu and Lamb trust me. You can trust me too. I hope that's true. Guess I'm about to find out, huh? Go on, do your job. Get the task force what it needs to bring this place down. I have not saved for 2 hours, I realize. Evidence bag? Some free money. A crumbled note. Evidence bag filled with sim chips. The seal's been broken, indicating that it's been tampered with. Based on the... Hey, it's me. You should save more often. I really should. Based on the paper insert, there are BTLs, and the last person to check on the bag is Ah Young. Ah Young, I need you to finish the following task before closing out. I'm not going to have a chance to. It's followed by a pointed list of bureaucratic duties. The desk sergeant looks up from the book with crossword puzzles, nose wrinkled in irritation. He fumbles for an oversized hand scanner, lifts it to your chest, and sweeps a beam of laser light over it. What could I do for you, Miss Weber? Good evening, Sergeant Sheng? Afraid not. Shift change. Sheng's on smoke break. So you want something or what? Got a second to answer a question? Look, it's a help desk, but you're pulling away from doing so. Go ahead and ask what you want. Anything strange been going on around the station lately? What do you mean? Oh, nothing. I was just making small talk. Who let you into the station, smartass? What's the name of the constable who let you through that door? I think her name was Nah, I'm not gonna throw Chung under the bus. God, we're so dumb. I didn't catch his name. Really? Okay, let's check the logs and see who screened you through the door. It should give us the name we're looking for. Turns to a terminal set to the desk to the side, and you hear a rattle of keystrokes. The display is tilted away from you. You can't see who's on screen. It says that Zhao let you in about 15 minutes ago. That sound about right? No, it wasn't. I think it was like an M name? M name? Muck? Mew? Mia, an admin. Okay, now you're just fucking with me. I got no patience for jokers like you. You get your ass back to security or I'll haul you there myself. I won't. Sorry, sir. As the desk sergeant retreats to the other side of the desk, Gobbet lowers his voice to a whisper. Could have gone better. Still, we were able to talk to the guy and no one sounded any alarm bells. That's a good sign. Yeah, I suppose. I'd say we explore around a little. Maybe talk up a few people. With luck, we'll find another way up without going loud. Anyway, it's your call. I'll back you up. Loft guard, desk sergeant. Bookshelf. The shelf sags under the weight of the assorted papers and trinkets stacked atop it. You set about rummaging through the shelf's contents, looking through folders, awards, and plastic collectibles. Tucked away in one of the folders, you find an old cred stick. Try as you might, you don't find anything else of use. More money. Free cred stick, bro. People just leave cash lying around, man. It's fucking weird. Data analyst. Maybe I shouldn't touch that one. Oh, Raptor would have been good here. It takes a moment to size up what's happening in the room. A bound suspect handcuffed to a chair, doubled over and leaning forward. A red-faced, sweating H constable stands over him, hands bunched in a fist. I don't know who you are, but you close that fucking door. Shut it now. Help me, I haven't been charged with anything. He's just beating me. Shut the damn door. Sorry to interrupt. Carry on. As soon as you step away, the constable punches a button on the desk terminal. The door slides shut with a click. Okay. Guess we'll try the data analyst then. The constable frowns as a quartet of frowns up at a quartet of wall-mounted displays, each overflowing with spreadsheets and video feeds. The foreground of each display is dominated by a surfeit of warning pop-ups and matrix-related errors. The troll rattles off a command on her keypad. A moment later, a chiming sound rings out and another half-dozen errors display. You lost something I can help you with? We heard your terminal was experiencing technical issues. Isn't that right, Iz? Her head bobs in her grin. Oh yeah, that's what they told us, alright. Yeah, but you don't look like a regular techs. We're not regulars, we're better. Outside contractors, get it? Just stay out of our way and we'll have your machine fixed in no time. That's strange. I didn't hear anything about contractors coming in. Maybe there's a reason why they're keeping you out of the loop. Between you and me, I'd keep those eyes open if I were you. Yeah. Maybe. You do your thing. Fix the terminal. I'll stay here and make sure you do a good job. It'd be quicker and easier without you hovering over me. I'm sure it would, but I'm the one who's ultimately responsible for this terminal. If you do something to break it, that's on me. Besides, if you do manage to fix it, I should be here to see how you did it. That way I'll be able to take care of it next time. We'll both supervise. My ace tech will handle this, right, Iz? Yeah, sure. I'll get right on that. Iz goes to work burying herself in the guts of the terminal. 10 minutes later, she emerges with an assortment of pulled parts in her hand and a disgusted look on her face. I don't know who built the system for you, but they didn't have a damn clue what they were doing. She waves the fistful of components under the troll's nose. This RAM is technically incompatible with your motherboard. Your serial ports are all running on a protocol that went obsolete 5 years ago, and 3 of the 5 fans here have stopped spinning. That would explain a few things, I guess. You think? Anyway, I pulled out the offending parts. You should have enough onboard memory to hobble along for a while. You're gonna have to use your motherboard's shitty integrated graphics. But you can get on the Matrix and you shouldn't have to worry about hard crashes. Huh? Okay. So did that fix it? Mostly. I still have to fix your software issues. Judging by the error pop-ups, I'm gonna guess malware, but I gotta run a diagnostics to be sure. Get yourself a soy calf. I'm gonna be here a while. Okay, will do. Hey, thanks for doing this. I've been trying to isolate the problem for a week, but I'm no computer tech. That's supposed to be someone else's job. This is all too real. Yup. Why replace it if it's not broken? Not a problem. And don't worry about your terminal. It's in good hands. Jackpot! Oh. No, that says jackpot. I was saying jackpot because, like, we finally got something, but I thought this said jackpot as well.
The jackpot.
We have a mail archive. Also, you say that, but I would not be anywhere near surprised. Uh-oh. Oh, God! Okay, we're out. Almost got nailed. Don't need to fucking tell me twice. Eight, 951. 1722. 45521. 17567. 523865. 926532. 6186646. Ah, fuck it. We'll go in hot. MTM. W. This one. Easy operation. This data node contains the file records of internal communications between the station's data analyst and matrix security departments. A recent chat flag urgent jumps out. Hey, could you hook me up with matrix-based access to the infirmary and armory? I'm sick of using the biometric locks. They take forever. You know the regs, Mui. We use the biometrics for a reason. Oh, come on. Everyone knows that you matrix security guys bypass the biometrics all the time. Hell, I've watched you go waltzing into the infirmary with the flavor of their PDA. No retinal scan, no thumb on the reader, nothing. So what's gonna hurt for one guy from Data to do the same? You know me, I'm at least as trustworthy as Shu, security clearance or no. I'll let you drive my 45. Deal! Codes are attached to this chat. That's what I love about you, Ma. You can always be counted on to listen to reason. Twitch, you okay? It doesn't sound like it. No drop frames on my end. Save it. I'm gonna go do indecent things to that beautiful ride of yours when we get out on the track. Oh, and Moo, for the love that's all holy, delete this chat log. No one can know I did this for you. PDA door signal. What am I gonna use that for? This one looks like it's gonna be a number, so I should hire all the help. Where's Sniffer? There we go. This guy. Dead. God, how many enemies are there? Holy shit. You? Let's see if, Shield Boy can seal the deal. There we go. Perfect. Can do some hacking. Or I can miss entirely. There we go. Oh, this is gonna be super awkward. Oh, nope, we got it. Excellent. Now, how the hell am I gonna get this? Is there more around here? Is this it? One 956 3772 91437 11543 577387 137933 1928634. Ah, fuck it. We ball. WT carrot carrot. Carrot in slot 5. Q W T, it's this one. Top left. I don't see anything other than the way I came from. One 737 6161 37912 35249. Ah, what the fuck? 26194 454372 971271. And I think we could just hit this. ML carrot something. Communications hub. The node controls the flow of communication between the different levels of the Tiger's Den. Severing the connection should be as simple as flipping a few switches. Digging deeper, you find an old administrative subroutine buried within the node. You could use this to upgrade your clearance if you wanted to. Yes, please. Perfect. Now I need to get out of here somehow. Whew. I might get caught here. We're good. Or not. Wow, how did I not get caught there? The elevator access panel is simple in design. A chamfered box of hard ionized aluminum, outfitted with a card reader and a set of inset speakers. There is no screen to look at, no button to press. The card reader is the only input. The light above the elevator flashes green and a happy tone shines out. Looks like you're cleared to go. Remember, when you're up there, you need to stick to the areas that you've been granted access to. No further. You betcha. Now, I believe this part is where it goes hot, isn't it? Stepping into the hallway of the administrative level is like walking into an entirely different environment. It's much cooler in here, and the burnt soy calf odor to the recycled air down below is nowhere to be found. The elevator doors slide shut soundlessly behind you. A moment later, you hear the click of maglock spinning shut. So far, so good. Didn't expect to make it up here without setting off any alarms. That said, things are probably going to get a lot rougher from here on out. 5 will get you 10 if it's only... 5 will get you 10, that is only a matter of time before we have to go loud. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Lead on. I'll be right behind you. Everything around me is locked. Is that really the only interface? A burly constable glances up from his terminal with a look of bewilderment on his face. The surprise quickly turns to annoyance and his lips crease into a deep frown. He clears his throat and his colleagues lower their hands to their weapons. You shouldn't be up here, and this area is off limits to non-HKPF. Check my credentials on that fancy terminal of yours. You'll see I have every right to be up here. Constable fingers rattle against the keyboard and a succession of pings chime out from his terminal speakers. He glances from his display to you, his display again scowling. Finally, he acquiesces with a nod. Alright, everything seems to be in order. You bet your ass it is. As soon as I open the door for you, you want to proceed through there. Whoever you're looking for, you're going to find him down that hallway. If you hit evidence lockup, you've gone too far. Don't go anywhere you haven't been cleared to, and don't make me regret not sending a constable to escort you. I won't. Thank you for your help. A non-committal grunt is the only answer you get. The constable returns their attention to their terminals. Oh, we're about to punch them. What's our objective again? We need to go to the evidence locker, right? Well, we're already in lockup, so... This panel controls the door to the evidence room. It's a simple thing, a little more than a featureless box with a red-green LED. You flip the switch and the LED goes green, the door unlatches itself and slowly rolls open. This is it, I guess. Moment of truth. Let's get in there, find the evidence, and get the hell out of here. Stay frosty. We got this. Ooh, drugs. Boot drops in 3. Nah, I'm cool. Look at all this new yen they got rolling around here. All this cheap new yen. $1,000 here. Hell yeah. Cram. Give me that. I want cram. That shit's dope. Project files. Project Zeta. Oh no, Camille Baton's here! The terminal comes alive as you approach, its display filling with ghostly amber text. HKPF Departmental Evidence Database, Aberdeen Station. Press the key to begin. I guess this is it. Whatever evidence Chu and Lamb are looking for, it's gotta be in there. Come on, search for something. Fuck. Crate. Searching for term crate. File not found. Volume on C drive has no label. Serial number 15ZS4 HK9170 files. Wait a second, what the fuck? It's blank. There's nothing on this terminal. No files, no evidence, nothing. Someone must have known we were coming. That's it, we got cut and run and we need to do it now. Play it by ear. For now, I'm settling for getting out of this cage. Oh boy. Chew, what are you doing here? Combo, you're alive? What the hell's going on in here? You said you'd only enter the station if we were dead. What's changed? Nothing has changed. Nothing. Your body cam went dark. We got a distress signal and then static. You're supposed to be dead. That's why we're in here to salvage the run, but it's a little late for that. The run's screwed. There's no dirt on Crate in that room. No data, no video, nothing. You sent us on a wild goose chase. I did look at Oh, shit. Damn it. If you didn't send a signal that someone's playing with us, not just you, but me and Lamb, that means they know about the task force. Wait, Chew, we don't know. Yes, we do, Lamb. Wake up. We're in trouble here. Ready your weapons combo. We're being fucked. Yes, Chew, you are. What? Strange energies arc up from the ground, taking the wind from your lungs and strength from your legs. You crash to the floor like a sack of bricks. The impact sending bolts of pain from your knees up through your spine. Out of your peripheral, you see Senior Inspector Chew go down, her lips curled in agony. Your world dissolves in a sea of pain. Sorry about this, Miss Harding. If there were another way, I would have taken it. You know how this is. Nothing personal. He turns to Senior Inspector Chew, a hint of a frown tugging at the corners of his mouth. He looks into her staring eyes, reads the outrage and betrayal on her face, and sighs. Believe it or not, I'm not doing this to hurt you either. Hell, I'm trying to fix things, but you're in too deep with Mitsuhama to see that. I could try to explain it forever, but you never understand. He turns away, peering down the darkened hallways ahead of you. You can come out now, Wallace. It worked. A group of mages cowled and armored step forth from the shadows. Each is decked out in colors and regalia of the SDU. The man at the center pulls back his hood, revealing a familiar pockmarked face. The face of the mage who interrogated you back when this all began. Of course it worked. It was my plan. And there she is, the company woman herself. Got anything to say for yourself, Chew? Any more edicts from Mitsuhama? The scintillating energy that wraps around Chew's body tightens and intensifies, holding her fast. She doesn't make a sound. Didn't think so. Quit gloating, Koo. I brought her here because she's a threat to what we're trying to accomplish, but she's still worthy of respect. Did Crate fill you in on what happens next? Of course she did. We strip everything that Mitsuhama and the Executive Council's task force know about our operation from Chew's mind via magical interrogation. Then she suffers an accident. And your pet Shadowrunner takes the fall for it. Okay, that sounds about right. Crate also said that. Remember who you're talking to, Golden Boy. I recruited you into this organization. I don't need instructions from you. You struggle to rise to your feet, but your muscles refuse to cooperate. The crackling red glow that envelops you flares up and intensifies, pulsating like a living thing. Look, the poor thing's trying to move. We've ensnared your essence, asshole. You belong to us now. Don't try to fight its combo. You'll only hurt yourself. We all know what happens here, but there's no reason why it can't be quick and painless. Just look at Fiona. She isn't struggling. She's accepted it. As Koo stares at Chew, the smile on his face slowly dies. A look of confusion replaces it. He takes a hesitant step forward, staring. What? Has something gone wrong? What is it? Your partner. I can't read her aura at all. It's strange. It's like there's nothing there. What are you saying? How can she have no aura? You feel the heat welling around yourself before you can see the coalescing energy. It hits you like the exhaust of a blast furnace. Then all at once, Chew begins to move and the energy that ties you down evaporates. What the hell happened? What is she? Well, she's a wizard, but... Well, I know what we have to do here. Oh, reliable combo. She's probably been hiding that she's a mage. Interesting. Combat mage, so Ku's not among one of these, it looks like. Let's go down the line, shall we? Ah, are you still alive? Well, Duncan can handle the situation. Oh, God! Well, Duncan, you're gonna have a clear shot. Good job, buddy. This seems like a good idea. That's not a good idea. Whatever, we could take it. Chain shot, target 3 enemies and fire on them all at once. Dual aim, increase the target's chance to hit by 2 and the caster's by 8. Oh, that's super good, actually. Meanwhile, wizard shit is not working for me today. You tried to stun me, aren't you, cheeky? Unfortunately, I'm a gigantic ogress. The last of the mages tumbles to the ground in a bloody heap. Chu glowers at Lamb, her expression clouded with betrayal. I didn't think it'd be you, Lamb. Her voice is like the snarl of a wounded animal, full of rage and injured pride. Ku's betrayal doesn't surprise me, but you had me fooled the whole time. Lamb stares up at Chu, wide-eyed and unblinking. The entire left half of his torso is charred, carbonized. The synthetic fibers of his suit have melted and fused with the burnt flesh, causing the wounds to look disturbingly slick. He doesn't scream, he just stares. How? Wow! What a violent portrait! Holy shit! It's all he's able to croak out. His voice is weak, but you don't detect any pain, just confusion. A gift from Mitsuhama Corporate. It provides protection, but more importantly, it masks my aura. Keeps treacherous little fucks like you from learning what they're up against until it's too late. Did somebody want to tell me what the hell just happened? I'm a mage. At the risk of sounding immodest, a damn good one. Mitsuhama felt I might need an ace in the hole, so they gave me the necklace to keep my talents hidden. Turns out it was the right call. My former partner here just tried to betray us along with another member of our task force. They were with Crate and her people on their employer's payroll. Ku's dead, so problem solved there. But Lamb has only just begun to learn what a horrible, horrible mistake he's made. Lamb struggles to rise to his feet, but his body won't cooperate. Lightning-seared flesh cracks open at the movement, and he finally begins to scream. Oh, and it is too late for you, Lamb. There is no scenario where you get out of this room alive. But before you die, I'm gonna go digging in your memories. You really should be unconscious for this, but we're running short on time. I'm gonna just let this happen. Lamb's screams intensify, growing in volume and pitch. Blood streams from his nostrils and begins beating his head against the ground. Chu closes the finger of her left hand into a fist and the dying man's muscles seize. For a torturous second, his back arches up off the floor and then he goes limp. Son of a bitch. If you learn anything useful, spit it out. We need to get moving. There's nothing in the evidence locker, just like you said, and Lamb knew there wouldn't be from the beginning. This mission was over before it started. He was on Crate's payroll, right? Maybe his PDA has something. Good thought. Grab it and we'll check it if we make it out of here alive. She tucks her pendant back under her blouse. The chain that holds it glistens like quicksilver on her skin. Between the PDA and what I pulled from Lamb, we might find some answers here after all. We could talk about them later, someplace safe. For now, I want to get the hell out of here. Right there with you. That way, back the way we came, that's our way out. We need to find our way out of here and back to Yomo, and have to do it before the SDU corners us up here. So, it's not as simple as leaving, is it, chat? Because it is that time of the evening, after all. Check Project Zeta. Cannot. No interface point there. Besides, they mentioned that the hard drive on this terminal is completely wiped. But yeah, I'm guessing exfiltration is gonna be continuing at this point, isn't it? Because it's I don't think we're getting out of this cop station normally. But yeah, I was able to save, so let's call it an evening for here today. Next time, the end of Shadowrun, I think. Because we only got this in the final mission, right?